guys, my name is Ashley Salvatori from mycoachashley.com, and today we're talking about dairy. Is it okay to eat dairy on the ketogenic diet? Okay, so if you guys know me, you know I love cheese. I love cheese. And I don't know if you had a chance to check out my 74-pound weight loss journey video, but I'll definitely post a link up here so you can check that out after this one. But in that video, you will see I ate a lot of cheese. And honestly, I don't think I would have made it this whole way without cheese. Of course, I don't have any sensitivities to dairy. I don't have lactose intolerance. I'm not, I have no issues really with cheese, and some people do, and I understand that. And you can do keto without cheese. I know a lot of people that use avocados and get in healthy fats in a lot of different ways other than cheese, dairy. However, in this video, I want to talk to you guys about what types of dairy you should stay away from and what types of dairy is okay. So, as a general rule of thumb, the more aged the cheese is, the less sugar that will be in that cheese. So cheddar is very, very low in carbs, very low in sugar. It's a good choice. But the cheese you want to stay away from are those little singles, the ones that come in the packaged wrapper, the plastic, like Kraft, that we typically are used to when we were little growing up from our parents, getting those little Kraft singles in our lunchbox sandwiches. Stay away from those. I think there are like 19 grams of sugar in that cheese. So not a good idea. Not good for keto. Always check the food labels, because that is really, really important to making sure that you stay within your net carbs, low enough sugar, all of that. Next up, cream cheese is great. I make a lot of dips out of cream cheese. I love to take cream cheese with sour cream and mix it together with some garlic powder, and then I top that with cheddar, and I'll put jalapenos on top of that sometimes, and then I'll bake that. Oh, and you know what's really good? If you chop up mushrooms, put that on top and bake that, all of that together, fresh mushrooms, it makes a really, really good dip, and you can use those little Parmesan crisps that you can find maybe at Costco or the grocery store, or even bacon. You can use bacon to dip into that. I know it sounds incredible, and it is, and yes, full fat diet plan with the ketogenic diet, love it. So cream cheese is great, very low in carbs and sugar. Now, a lot of people love eating yogurt. It's convenient. You can take it, grab it, and go. But I want you to be careful with yogurt. Yogurt, while it seems like a health food, look at the labels, because some yogurt, low fat, fat-free. That's my dog snoring, if you're wondering who's snoring behind me. I don't even know if you can hear it, but if you do, it's my dog, Connor. Fat-free yogurts, if you look at the label, some of them have 40 grams of sugar, which that is an incredibly high amount of sugar. And you'll notice the lower the fat in the yogurt, the higher the sugar, because they take the fat out and they add sugar to add the flavor. It's a mess. This is part of the problem with the whole low fat type of deal going on. But look at the labels. There is one called Zero, I think it's called, and it has a lower amount of carbs. So you can check that out. I think it comes in a black package at the grocery store. If you are someone that needs yogurt in your life, just make sure you're checking the labels. Typically, we were always told no sugar or no yogurt, because yogurt is just really high. Even the full fat yogurts are still really high, and it's going to be too high. So just check the labels. Look for that 0 calorie or 0 carb yogurt if you are looking to get, and I'm not sure if it's 0 carbs or if it's just low carbs, but I do know there is it says 0 on the label. If you need to have yogurt, any yogurt that has fruit added is bad news. That's all sugar. It's all sugar. So it's not fruit, it's sugar. And then, so cheese is just such an amazing snack. It's an amazing way to add some extra fats to your foods. it's great. And as long as you can handle cheese, then it's definitely like a staple of the low carb diet. And honestly, I would not have made it this far in my journey without cheese. I'm sure if I had to do it without cheese, I could have figured it out, but pretty much everything I eat includes cheese. So that's good news for a lot of you who have been trying, like, you know, if you come from a low fat, low calorie diet and then all of a sudden and you're told stay away from the cheese, now you're told get on the cheese because cheese is good. And it's always good to add to like your eggs, anything really, salads. You can make low carb pizzas with like wraps as long as you're not gluten intolerant. You can handle gluten. They have low carb wraps. I really like the Mission brand wrap from the grocery store, and it makes like a really crispy crust, and it has very high fiber, lower net carbs. Now this is net carbs. If you're counting total carbs, obviously that's going to throw you out. So it just depends on you and what you prefer. I personally prefer to count net carbs, but some people do like to just count total carbs to really kind of stay even stricter keto. It depends on you. And if you have no idea what the heck a net carb is, I will pop a link up here for a video that explains that a little bit in more detail. But as far as dairy is concerned, stay away from milk. Milk is really, really high in sugar. Low fat milk, 2% milk, whole milk, high in sugar. Stay away from that. Half and half is lower in carbs. You can have half and half in moderation. It's not high. And I'm sorry, but my dog, he's driving me nuts. Sorry, he naps in like all of my videos. If you've been like watching my channel for a while, you're probably like, geez, that girl's dog is like always snoring in her videos. But I bring it up and I talk about it because one time someone commented on my video and was like, who is that man snoring in the background? I'm like, no, that's my dog. So, all right, back to the keto. Half and half is okay. I drink half and half all the time. I like it. I like to add it to coffee. It's fine. Heavy cream is also, that's a good choice. If you are someone who has a hard time getting in all of your fats in your day, go for the heavy cream. That's a better option than half and half, even though both are okay. They're acceptable in the ketogenic diet. If you have a recipe that calls for like a cup of cream, do the heavy cream, not the half and half, because you'll cut carbs that way. And yeah, I think that's it. So stay away from the milk. Cheese is okay. And just watch out. Just make sure you guys are checking your food labels, because that really is the most important thing. Don't just grab it and think, oh, cheese is okay, I'll just take this, without looking at the label, because I mean, you never know. Some cheese company, just like the processed cheese, they could be adding in their sugar. I have no idea about that, like Cheese Whiz stuff. I'm sure there's sugar in there. Whipped cream is also okay. I mean, if you get like the canister of whipped cream, just be careful you're not literally eating like a can of whipped cream a day. Obviously, there's going to be carbs in that, but like a little bit of whipped cream on your coffee, guys, that got me through so much in my life when I had like, I wanted dessert or I wanted sugar or something. I just made coffee and I put whipped cream on it, and it satisfied that craving, that just having that little sweet thing in my day, like almost like a treat, helped me. And it's low in net carbs, so it's okay to do that. Starbucks, just be careful. Some Starbucks whipped cream, I know they do add sugar to their whipped cream when they create it, so be careful on that. So that is pretty much it for the dairy side. If I missed anything, pop it in comments. If you are following the ketogenic diet and you love dairy, or if you have to cut out dairy, I would love to hear about it in comments. I'd love to hear from you. Thanks guys for hitting that subscribe button on my channel. I post tons of tips, recipes for you. Well, recipes are coming soon, so there's going to be a lot more recipes, day in the life videos of foods that I'm eating throughout the day, and just generally some education on following the ketogenic diet. So if this is a topic that interests you, hit that subscribe button, and thanks guys for watching this one. Take care.